Let me mute.
Welcome to Off Balance, the podcast where faith, family, and business collide. I'm Dr. Brooks, a certified master life coach, transformational speaker, and author. Join me as we explore the journey of overcoming adversity and developing resilience. It's time for you to find your strength and reclaim balance. This is Off Balance. Hi, welcome to Off Balance. I'm Dr. Brooks, your host, here to inspire, encourage, and empower you with practical wisdom and biblical principles. Today's episode is about empowering authors. My guest is Queen Amina, a trailblazer in the literary world. As a self-published author turned entrepreneur, Queen Amina didn't stop at achieving her own publishing dreams. She went a step above and further and founded her own publication company, dedicated to helping aspiring authors bring their stories to life and achieve their publication goals. So help me welcome to the show, Queen Amina.
Hello. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
I am excited too. It is such an honor to have you here. You have your own publication company, so that in itself is very impressive. Can you share what inspired you to take the leap and how it shaped your mission to help other authors achieve their dreams?
Yes, ma'am. I'm so glad you asked me that. First and foremost, I want to just let you know you are a blessing to everyone because we need an outlet, and to have someone, especially a female, uplift us. Let me just let you know, I'm patting you on the back and hugging you through the whole entire camera. I thank you for that, first and foremost.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. So now Show It Well Publications is a family-owned publications company. And I did not want to be a publications company. I just wanted to be an author. I just wanted to write a book. I just wanted to write my poetry, and I just wanted to get it out there. But the feats that I had to overcome to get it out there, I decided that it was worth having a company that was family owned and driven on getting more people like me and more people that's like-minded like me out there. Because I went through a gentleman and he wasn't about the publishing. He was about the personal. Then I went through, secondly, a family-owned company thinking, hey, it's a family. They were about the money. They took our money. They didn't give us our graphs to let us know what we sold, what we made. And I didn't want to be like that. So I said, let me research. Let me see what I need to do to not only myself out there, but others out there. And I just sat down for about a year. I figured out how to open up a clearinghouse for our books and our audios. And I started with my poetry, and it's been an upward avenue from there. It's been an amazing journey.
Listen, that is a beautiful brand story. So how long have you been in operations?
We have been in operation fully since 2021, but I have been an author since 1998. Okay, so that's a story in itself.
Wow. Listen, that is very impressive. And the fact that you guys was birthed during a pandemic and that you're still here, that in itself is just amazing. That is so amazing because so many companies was not able to thrive through the last couple of years in this country. And so you should definitely be proud of the work that you and your family have contributed to the world of literary. So that is really, really great. Can you share a defining moment or experience from your personal journey that led you to where you are today, particularly in the context of overcoming adversity?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Just the way I started writing. I grew up in a household that just was not conducive to my health. I'm just going to leave it at that. And it turned me into someone that I didn't like. And my writing gave me an outlet that said, you can be, you will be, and you are supposed to be better. My writing, I would write and put it down and walk away and go do other things. A week later, I come back and pick it up and read it, and it would make me cry. I couldn't believe I wrote that. I couldn't believe that was inside of me. And as a teenage parent that was breastfeeding in school, in high school, I fell asleep in my English class. And my English teacher took one of my poems And it was actually called I Cried. And she said it made her cry. And she sent it to a company and got me published. And that is what made me say, this is where I want to be. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to change. If I can change myself with my own writing, I can change anybody. And I picked up from my English teacher, just each one teach one. And, as long as you reach that one, you are okay. And that was my greatest feat, to overcome my own self-destruction.
Wow, you are definitely an overcomer, because you mentioned that you were a teenage mom. And if you look statistically in the United States, people that have their children younger are at a disadvantage. And so the fact that you were a teenage mom and you still was able to accomplish, the things that you have accomplished, that's definitely overcoming adversity. So you should definitely be proud of yourself, because a lot of the times when, people experience things younger, sometimes they kind of get stagnant. And so the fact that you didn't allow any of that to cause you to be stagnant, that just shows, your resilience. And so again, if you are ever having a day and you're questioning, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Just go back to that. Like, wow, the fact that you had a disadvantage and you triumphed, that's amazing. That is amazing. So when it comes to resilience, how do you define and cultivate resilience in your life? And what advice do you have for our listeners on developing their own resilience in the face of challenges?
Okay, now that is a very, very hard question to answer, because I am under my covers breaking down and crying almost every night. I'm telling you, that's a hard question. What I've learned is you have to be comfortable in your own company. You understand me?
Oh, that's good.
I've been alone my whole life. I'm the black sheep of both sides of my family. I couldn't go left. I couldn't go right. All I could do was find my own way. And I threw myself into my children. I'm going to be very, very honest. And I had everybody convinced me to go to therapy, girl. They convinced me. I finally went. And the first therapist said something to me. She said, girl, you're going to end up, when your kids leave, with some cats, and it's just going to be you. And I don't even like cats. So I was offended. I said, I'm leaving. And I never went back to her. And I'm going to be very honest. When I lost my son last year, that lady popped into my mind. I want to go back and find her and hug her. She was right. I lost me and threw myself into my children. And I said, I'm doing this for my kids. I'm doing this for my kids. And I lost sight of the fact that I started doing this for myself. I started doing this because this was my strength. I started doing this because I wanted to enlighten others to keep going forward. And then I stopped because I said, hey, I got my kids. I don't need to tell y'all nothing. They got to listen to me no matter what. They belong to me, but they don't. They belong to God. So when I lost him, that made me realize that I had to put myself back into myself. So this is why I tell people now, show up for you. Pat yourself on the back for you. If you don't notice, maybe 15 minutes beforehand, I emailed you that I can't find the link. So much was going in my emails. I was getting upset. I was about to cry. I said, take a breath. This interview was meant for you. You love Coach Brooks. Coach Brooks loves you. The universe loves y'all. Get the energy together. Scroll slowly. And without my glasses on, I scrolled slowly, found that link, got myself together, and here we are, because I showed up for me. It's not for the kids anymore. It's for me. It's hard.
And listen, that's so interesting that you said that, because if you look at the amount of books, the amount of poems, just the amount of publications that you have, sometimes when you hear that a parent puts the kids before them, it's almost like the parent takes on the identity of their children, but you were still able to write during that time. Like, you were still able to produce. So did you more so continue to write as a legacy? And you kind of was like, it's almost like a person looking at their life from the outside, or were you inspired to write by your children?
I'm going to be very honest with you, and you are going to fall off your chair at the answer. Don't laugh at me. I had to focus on being a mom because I had no help. being the black sheep of both sides of your family is just you. So I had to focus on the fact that I didn't want to go to jail, girl. So the things that were going on in my life, I tried to channel it and write it down. So a lot of things in my books actually happened, okay? Just not in the correlation of events that I wrote them down. Okay. And I needed that outlet because the one thing that other therapists did tell me as well is sometimes you just got to write it down. You know, you got to get it out because.
Are you ready to take your personal or professional growth to the next level? Introducing my tailored coaching experience, a personalized journey designed to help you achieve your goals and unlock your full potential. With 3 in-depth 90-minute coaching calls, we'll work together to create a customized plan tailored specifically to your unique needs and aspirations. Whether you're navigating a career transition, launching a business, or seeking clarity in your personal life, this program is designed to guide you towards success. With actionable strategies and unwavering support every step of the way, you'll receive a coaching roadmap, a personalized step-by-step plan to keep you focused and aligned with your goals. Take the first step toward your transformation by visiting brooksdeming.com.
People that I used to have a very different name in Philadelphia when I was younger, 25 years ago. And so does my the background of my family. So with me, it was either channel it or be seeing your children through some glass. And so I had to channel it. And you know what? When I read The Coldest Winter Ever, and then I read Be More Careful, I said, oh, okay, they like me. Okay, they are just like me. They trying to survive. They trying to make it. Let's do this together. Let me write this down and putting my energy into writing the books and facilitating book signings and pop-up things that I was doing at a young age. My kids would be in the playpen right on the side of the road with me selling these books, girl. Let me tell you, watch your sister, hold your brother's hand. I had to channel into a positive force. It just, I had to do it for them. So it was for them, but it was for me too, because I had visited a few people in those places and I wasn't going. So.
Well, listen, I'm glad you channeled it because you are so talented. Just reading your work, you are very talented. And so I am so glad that you were able to channel that, because I don't think you recognize how talented you are. And the fact that you are still relatable, because sometimes when you are reading the work of poets, sometimes it can be a little disconnected. But the fact that you are very relatable and you are accessible, that's a really good thing. So I'm glad that you channeled it, because you are, listen, if you guys haven't read her work, you have to read her work. She does a really, really good job with her poetry and just her imagination. And the fact that you're saying some of the stuff in your books are about your life. Mm-hmm. Listen, I need those books to go from print to screen. Like, I need you to do like a series, like a movie or something, because that's just how your imagination flows when you're reading your books.
Yes, ma'am. Oh my goodness. It is a blessing that you said that, a blessing, because I've been talking to producer Ali G, and
I love Ali G. Shout out to Ali G. We love him.
Producer Ali G. So let me just let you know, I've been texting back and forth with him. He has something going on major in July. I definitely told him I would be a part of that, but I told him right after that, because the type of job I have, I can stay out in Florida the whole summer with my girls. Oh, wow. My girls would love it. And he told me if I could get a cast, we could start working on the movie for Where the Loyalty Lies. That same book that I need you to come be a part of our trip to Cancun, girl, because I'm telling you, this is going to be a movement. I have people already like, Team Chris, no, Team Spark. I mean, it's a fight. And he's one person that came out of my imagination. So I feel so blessed that they even care about any shenanigans that he is doing. So Yeah, so shout out to producer Ali G. Shout out to everybody that wanted to help out. I've been reaching out to people on TikTok. They have been so diligently trying to assist. Some people want to help me with the soundtrack. Some people want to help me do pop-ups at their locations in Florida. Yes. Some people that live in Florida said, let me just be an extra. I love that girl, Chase and Workout. She is so amazing. I let her know, girl, we're going to need you to run through the screen 1-2 times. 1-2 times, but we down there filming. So yes, girl, it's been a beautiful networking, connecting experience. So it's been
Listen,
everything.
I am here for it because when I tell you, you did your big one with that one. You did your big one with that one. And so again, if you guys have not read her work, I cannot wait for her to tell you how to purchase it and just how to get in contact with her because she has a lot of publications. And so again, congratulations. But when reading it, I can definitely see it on the big screen. And so I'm so glad that that's something that's in the works for you in the future. So as you know, this podcast is called Off Balance, and I'm all about entrepreneurs that have found their way to balance faith, family, and business. And so balancing faith, family, and business, it can be challenging. So how do you navigate this equilibrium in your own life, and what struggles or practices have been instrumental for you in maintaining the balance?
Well, first I want to say you guys are my motivation for everything that I do. And you can find me on Amazon. Being an independent publisher, I started on Kindle first, KDP. So I have Kindle Unlimited, you guys, Amazon. I newly was put in Target on Target.com. Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. That was hard. Barnes and Nobles, I have selected titles in Barnes and Nobles as well. I'm an author on Goodreads, and I love when people find me on Goodreads because here's the thing. Being on Goodreads, you can talk to me as an author, and I can talk back. And some people actually talk to me and they tell me things that they want to hear in my books. They want to see in my books, that they want to see as far as my characters. Because of the feedback that I've been getting from Goodreads, that is why I'm working on now A Will's Destiny 2, which is a spinoff from Where the Loyalty Lies, the trilogy. But it's the feedback, it's the readers that make it worth it. But I've been doing this about 20 years. So, I'm playing catch up. And again, if I wouldn't have put the kids first, but they came first, then I would have been a little bit further. So, but what I do want to say to anybody, no matter where you start, keep going. It's about where you finish. Because when I first started, I had 4 books. And it was just me. But now I have one signed author. I have 11 books. That author has out 1. He's working on a 2nd. And I have 2 people that are working on books that they're giving to me to put out for them. So I'm very excited. I'm excited about what's coming next.
Listen, that is amazing. And then you also, as a part of your publication company, you guys do editing, proofreading, and then you also do promotion. So can you kind of talk about that so that people can understand what a publisher does?
Yes, ma'am. Well, I wanted everyone to know you don't have to be a part of Show It Well Publications in order to have your services done, because everybody doesn't have those funds. Like if you need an editor, we can edit and we don't have to publish you. We can even help you publish your book without you joining Show It Well Publications. So if you are a writer and you sat there and you wrote 1,000,001 pages, you want to get them all together, we will take those pages for you at a small fee, type them up. Okay, put them in book form if you want them in book form. If you don't want them in book form, we'll just have them typed up, get them bound for you. Here you go. We want to make sure you're getting your services, because some people don't want to get published. Some people just want to see their work written up, put in some type of book form so they can say, hey, I wrote this, and we want to make the dreams of everyone come true. That's basically what we do. We also do promotions. If you have a book, Bookalicious is our traveling book club, but it's not just for Show It Well Publication books. It's for authors that if there's a story behind your book and you want to demonstrate it, like Audacity has joined our book club, Bookalicious, and she stated to us how New Orleans, as far as Papa's ice cream truck and things of that nature, resonated with her book, her lifestyle. We're taking a trip with her book as far as Bookalicious, you know what I mean, to promote her background, to promote her story, because it's not all about Show It Well Publications. Yes, I want to be bigger than Simon and Schuster. I do. But I really want to help the community because we have something to say. And sometimes we feel like we don't have a way to get it out there. I have different services besides being a part of our publishing company. I have those different services to get those things out there for you, you know, and from there, you know, you can choose, hey, I like y'all. I want to be a part. I want to, you know, be Show It Well Publications, or you can continuously come back and take advantage of our services. We have a graphic designer that does amazing graphics. She does covers, logos, flyers. We do everything. We want to be a one-stop shop.
And one thing that I like about your website is you have integrity. And the reason why I say this is because a lot of the times when you are trying to hire someone for a service, they don't have the prices. And so basically what happens is you submit your information and then, you know, they want to do a sales pitch or a sales call. And the fact that on your website, you can kind of gauge how much it's going to cost because you have your actual services listed out by the price. That speaks so much to me as an entrepreneur, as someone that's in business, because I don't want you to feel pressured to contact me. And I can assure you, I bet that really helps with your conversion rates, because when someone goes to a website and they can see the prices up front, they don't have to worry about someone trying to sell to them. And so I'm glad that you did that. And I don't even know if that was intentional, but that stood out to me, because I have been on the receiving end of trying to get information. And then what it turned out to be was like, you know, a constant phone call, constant emails, you know, trying to get me to meet, trying to do a sales pitch. And I think today's economy and today's client, people just want to know, what is it going to cost me? And so that they can make an informed decision. So I appreciate that on your website. And then also, can you tell us about your upcoming trip that you're having with your book club?
Yes, ma'am. And I do want to say, yes, that was intentional, because as a single mom, I can't stand that either. Please don't conference call me back and let me know this astronaut. And then here's what they do. They conference call you back. They give you no pricing over the phone. They get all of this information of what you want done. And then they send you an estimate. That's not even the price. For me, I want you to pull out your calculator. I want you to say, okay, I need this service. I need this service. I might need 2 times this service. You see, I even have, if you have this many pages, it's times this much to let you know, because I'm not going to pull any punches on you, because I am a single parent that I know every coin, every penny, every dime. And I do know, because sometimes I have dimes on my dining room floor and my daughter comes and grabs them up. Everything counts. So that was intentional. So thank you for noticing that. I appreciate you. So
listen, you did your big one with that one too, because when I saw that on your website, I was like, wow, like, yeah. So good job with that.
I appreciate it. And I created the website myself just to show people what we do with Show It Well Publications. Okay. So I'm working on some things. I got to tweak a couple things. I am going to put the information about the trip. So I'm glad you brought it up. But we are definitely going on our Bookalicious trip. We have our Bookalicious shirts. We have our Bookalicious teacups. I'm excited. So reading our books, every one of our books for Bookalicious has a trip. So we're going to Cancun first. Cancun is volume 1. And volume 1, we are staying from Wednesday, May 14th through Sunday, May 18th. It's an all-inclusive trip. So what I want to do, as far as the itinerary I wrote up, I want to have our chill day as our relaxed day for Wednesday, since it's all-inclusive, okay? Come in, get you a nice little Mai Tai, grab you a little Where the Loyalty Lies tumbler cup for your free drinks, because we have those, you know, put on your Where the Loyalty Lies shirts, because we have those as well, and just kind of vibe and meet everybody, you know. I'm trying to get producer Ali G, depending on his schedule, to see if he's coming in May. If so, he will be. I definitely let him know his role will be to pray over every meal that we have, because I try to let people know, prayer is important. I was very mad when they took it out of schools. Okay, I was. So I want to make sure we're praying, and then kind of segueing into our coaches, because in the life lessons of this book, of this journey of our character, Chris, who transitioned into Sparks, but wants to go back to being Chris as a grown man, I want those life lessons taught. I want to talk about how it's so easy to go up and down those sliding scales. Because in the morning, you think to yourself, okay, I'm going to do good. And you never think about those things that you're going to run into that's going to make you say, okay, I just got away with this. I just got away with that. So I definitely want to talk to our life coaches about that. But then the fact that the book is about a gentleman who's being chased by a plethora of women that he does not even know where they're coming from, why they're coming for him, okay, in this story. And the more he sees, the more he's finding out that he has encountered them all throughout life. I have to have the relationship coaches there, because people do not value relationships like they used to, and they don't value them like they should. So I really want to talk about those type of things and on our trip. I also have a comedian that's coming, and he's going to be there for that Friday and that Saturday night. Well, he's going to be there the whole trip, but I want him to perform that Friday and that Saturday, because all the drinks are free. We'll all be that, tickled that we'll be laughing at no matter what he has to say, okay? Because he's local and he's not one of those comedians that you hear up and coming yet. I want to help get him out there, get him some promotion too. Again, everything is not all about me. That's why I'm trying to network with the right people, because I want Cancun to ask us back. Okay, I want Cancun to say, hey, when's your next trip? And how fast can we get you guys back down here? What discounts can we give? So that's what I want to do. I want Bookalicious. I want Show It Well Publications. I even want my herbal, Queen's Herbal Healing. I even want that to be the next household names you hear before you hear Weatherize, which is my Weatherized stroller that's coming out in March, and that we'll talk about later. So I'm excited about just everything, girl.
Listen, you have a lot going on, but I'm excited about, your trip, and hopefully I'll have a date soon if I'm going to be able to make it or not, but I'm so excited. And also, guys, if you have not seen the book cover for her book, that book cover is so gorgeous. Like the book cover for Where the Loyalty Lies, Volume 1, I don't know, it's kind of sexy, but then again, it's kind of masculine. Mm-hmm. So whoever designed that, your graphic designer did a good job.
Thank you. And again,
book cover.
Thank you. And again, that's why I said I don't use people that are heard of. I try to find us, okay, and us of integrity that can work with me. And I've worked with a lot of awesome people that I've never met, and I've been working with them like 10 plus years. And it's just been amazing. I told him my vision, and I'm gonna be honest, if you notice that woman on the front, any woman that no matter what complexion, we do our hair with a swoop to the side, turn to the side. That's us.
Listen, it's good. I was like, look how I got the chest kind of transparent in the back, and listen, they did a good job with that book cover. They did a really, really good job with the book cover. So again, listen, if you guys are not connected with Show It Well Publications, if you are not connected with Queen Amina, if you are just hearing Bookalicious for the first time, I need you guys to get with her, because I'm telling you, I met her on TikTok. And have you ever networked with someone? Well, she has her own word, y'all. She called it connetwork. Hopefully she got a trademark. But if you have ever connected with someone and you've ever begin to network, you can discern when people are good. You can discern when people are, men and women of their word. And I have been honored to be able to connect with you. And I cannot wait to work with you in the future, because I have some projects that will be coming out soon, and I cannot wait. I think this time I'm going to do it different. Mm-hmm. My first 3 books were self-published. But this time I'm really considering going with a publishing house. And why would I go with anyone else besides you? Right?
Oh my God.
And so it's all about the connecting, and it's all about, filling people out and making sure that they are people of integrity. And when I can tell you guys, she's integral. She is integral. And so we're going to pause a moment for a commercial, and then we're going to come right back, and we are going to finish our conversation with Queen Amina.
Are you ready to take your personal or professional growth to the next level? Introducing my tailored coaching experience, a personalized journey designed to help you achieve your goals and unlock your full potential. With 3 in-depth 90-minute coaching calls, we'll work together to create a customized plan, tailored specifically to your unique needs and aspirations. Whether you're navigating a career transition, launching a business, or seeking clarity in your personal life, this program is designed to guide you toward success, with actionable strategies and unwavering support every step of the way. You'll receive a coaching roadmap, a personalized step-by-step plan to keep you focused and aligned with your goals, session recordings, full recordings of every session, so you can revisit insights and strategies anytime, an execution workbook packed with exercises, templates, and tools to turn strategies into action. This experience provides the clarity, structure, and momentum you need to take decisive action and see measurable results. It's for entrepreneurs seeking business growth or direction, professionals aiming to advance their careers or overcome challenges, individuals craving accountability and actionable strategies to achieve personal goals. Let's work together to turn your vision into reality. Take the first step toward your transformation today.
For those of you that don't know, I am a certified life coach. So if you are looking for any type of coaching, you can reach me at brooksdeming.com. So welcome back. We are with Queen Amina. She is the founder and CEO of Shortwell Publications. She has her own publication company that is family owned and operated. And we have the pleasure of speaking with her today just about her journey going from author to actually owning a publication house. And so, Amina, as we were talking, can you kind of tell people, because when I first met you, I thought it was so cool that you call yourself Queen Amina. Can you kind of tell us, where did that come from?
Oh my God. I'm so glad you asked, girl. I'm such a nerd.
You know I was.
So people do not know how I love Queen Amina. When I was in the 2nd grade, I learned about her. My teacher, Miss Chalmers, taught me all about Queen Amina in Africa of Zula, the warrior princess. And so when they came out with her movie recently, I did not watch it because I feel like it was not going to do her justice, but somebody told me I should watch it. Okay, so I am. But her name, because I don't have a middle name. So it's just my first name and my last name. So I felt some type of way because, first of all, my name's only 5 letters. I'm like, just hanging around. I'm just, my mom kept saying, it means trustworthy. I said, well, trust, I'm upset that I don't have a middle name. Everybody over here got 4 names, 5 names. So I was upset. But when my 2nd grade teacher, Miss Chalmers, when she taught me about Queen Amina, it made me feel empowered. It made me feel, I don't know, elevated. It made me feel like I don't need no middle name. I stand on the I am independent, because what she did to variate, in my school, there was a couple other Aminas that spelled their names A-M-E-E, and mine is A-M-I-N-A, just like the Queen. And she said, no, you're independent. You're not for everyone. You will never be everyone. This is my 2nd grade teacher, Miss Chalmers. Now, mind you, I'm 45 years old, and I remember Miss Chalmers. Shout out Miss Chalmers, wherever she is in the world, at Pastores Elementary School. This woman, she was just everything, okay? She made me feel, because, you know, back then being chocolate, and I was chocolate, okay? I was chocolate, okay? So she made me feel empowered. Some days I would come to school, she would give me the little crown and put the little dots on my forehead and made me feel like I was really the queen. And that is just, I don't know, that's how I stepped into the name. So when I started doing poetry, I didn't want to be known as nothing else but that warrior princess, that warrior goddess, Queen Amina. So that's how I started calling myself Queen Amina. So, and then I started surviving a lot of things from there. So I said, okay, all hail the queen. Okay. So.
Listen, I had to say it because people are going to be like, Queen Amina. Yes, listen, y'all. She is big on her name, Queen Amina, and it's a beautiful name. So as we are about to wrap up this interview, what would you like to leave with the audience, especially if they are aspiring authors or if they're considering, publishing through a publishing house? What are your final tips for them?
Okay. My final tips to any inspiring author. First and foremost, I have 3. No, actually, I'm an even number person, so I'm going to give you 4. So the first one is write that book. It's so many people, when you tell them that you are going to do something, that will tell you that you cannot. Please do it anyway. Do it anyway. Okay. Secondly, your story, no matter how insignificant you might think it is meant for somebody. Like as far as my poetry, do you see how you said it was relatable? I write what's in my heart, what's in my chest, what I want people of all age groups to be able to read in some instances and be able to digest. I'm a reader, and I hate when I have to get out the dictionary and the thesaurus to, understand what you're trying to tell me. So with that being said, just make sure you're relatable. Do your research. That's number 3. Do your research. Don't just sign with anybody. I had a gentleman follow me and tell me he was signing with me. Then he signed with someone and then called me to say, well, not call me, but you can talk to me on my website. And then he called me to say, my book doesn't have a synopsis. Why doesn't it? Can you help me with that? I had to say, if your publisher put your book out without a synopsis, then you have gone with the wrong person. And I don't know why you followed me and went through that, but call me when you want a real publisher is all I can say. And the last thing that I'm going to leave everybody with, the last thing I'm going to leave everybody with, show up for yourself. I said it earlier in this. I can't say it and I can't define it more than enough. I hear people say it, how alone they are. Imagine being a young girl. You have 16 aunts and uncles, a plethora of cousins, and you still have no one. That was my life. And I am where I am today because I kept showing up no matter who didn't want to see me, no matter who didn't want to hear me, no matter who didn't believe in me. I did. So continue to show up. And that's the best advice I can give you. Even though it's number 4, it is not the final. It is the best. It's the nail in the coffin. Show up for yourself. And Brooklyn Moore on my TikTok said, we need a masterclass. So I agree with her. So, but yeah, just show up for yourself. Show up for yourself. Turn that lemon into lemonade. And how you do that is always keep a smile, because you can't make lemonade with just lemons and water. You got to have some sugar. And I got a poem that says so. So again, you can find me on Amazon and Barnes and Noble's, Target, TikTok, Kindle, and my personal website. You can subscribe to that and talk to me and make little groups and meet people, other authors, other like-minded people that might be scared to write. So yeah, but I thank you again for having me. And you were my first interview of 2025. That's how I know my 2025 is going to be, I'm afloat.
Listen, you're going to thrive in 2025. So you mentioned that you are on social media. What are your social media handles and what platforms are you on?
Okay, so I am on Facebook and Instagram as Show It Well Publications. And again, I play off of me with everything I do. Show It Well is just my last name. My last name is Showell. So I just threw it in there because I tell my kids all the time, we show it well, baby. So that's, and yes, I'm trying to trademark that too. There's a lot of trademark. Matter of fact, I got to call you. I need some trademark advice. Okay, I got some things. Okay. So, but yeah, so Show It Well is just my last name. So play off of what you have. So you can find me on Instagram and Facebook as Show It Well. It's Show It Well _publications. Okay. Then you can Google me. I'm actually Googleable, guys. I truly am. Google just Show It Well Publications. I will pop up everywhere. If you see that Winx website pop up first, most likely that is mine, because I did create my website is a Winx website. I'm working on my new one, but Winx has been good to me so far, so I didn't want to break it if it wasn't broke. let me see. Facebook, I'm not truly on there too much. But again, you can find me on Goodreads. I'm an author on Goodreads where you can talk to me directly as far as if you want advice on books or if you want to give me some feedback on my books or could network about anything.
So listen, and so do you also do like consultations? So can they like book an appointment to talk to you?
I have not started that as of yet because once you become a member of my website, we can interface back and forth through text message that way on my personal website. And you can find me on YouTube as well. I meant to say that under Queen Amina Speaks, actually. And that is entitled after my poetry book, The Queen Has Spoken. And but yeah, you can talk to me on my personal website. And that again, you can find is Show It Well Publications. And you can make a personal, like you can make it like a Facebook or TikTok or whatever. You make a profile, it has your face, your name, all of that. And there's actually a business number on there. You can call that business number. Again, you do have to state your business. You don't just reach me. But I do check those messages daily. And as long as it seems urgent or business wise, I'm gonna be honest, I call you back. And if I don't call you back, I reply via SMS message. And it is me personally subscribing and talking to you. And there is nobody on there paid to do that because right now I can't afford that. So it is me. But yeah, you can find me anyway. All those numbers I have on my website, they'll go directly to my personal websites.
And listen, contact her for business because she's beautiful. But we only contact her for publication business. Don't contact her trying to harass her now because she's a beautiful woman. But this is for business. So anything to do with editing, formatting, or promotions. None of that other stuff, guys. When y'all see her, y'all going to say, wait a minute. Let me write a book.
Just to meet her.
Let me write a book.
Listen, and please know there will be security on the Bookalicious trip, y'all. Security will be on the Bookalicious trip. I will not just be tipsy doing cartwheel down on Bookalicious beaches doing cartwheel down on Cancun beaches with a Bookalicious bikini on without security. There will be security, but please come on the trip, y'all.
Listen, so if you are not able to make this first trip of the first quarter of the second quarter of 2025, she would definitely have more trips. Like she said, for each of the books, she's going to do some type of book club / trip. And so just make sure everyone connects with her. I will have her information on my website. And again, Queen Amina, thank you so much for taking time to meet with me and to interview with me today so that you can become familiar with my audience. And so again, I appreciate you so much for taking time to be here today.
Oh, well, I thank you and I love you. And I know you got a book or two out. So if you ever want to join Bookalicious, just let me know where we going, girl, because I'm trying to go to Greece. Okay. So let me know.
So listen, if you are listening, go ahead and get your passport because she is taking this thing international. And so again, thank you so much. It was an honor. It was a pleasure. And I cannot wait to connect with you on a professional level as it relates to writing and just promotions. And so I'm excited what 2025 has to offer for us.
Yes. And thank you. I mean, seriously, for being not only my first interview, but my first real interview. The vibe is real. The energy is real. I'm smiling. I feel like I could do a cartwheel right now. And we've just enjoyed you. It's just been amazing. I'm so giddy. And yeah, like I said, I do everything now for me, but I can hear my son in the back of my heart just saying, I told you, Ma, I told you. So thank you.
You are so welcome. It's coming. And listen, guys, don't worry. I'm having her back because after that Cancun experience, we're going to bring her back just to talk about, lesson learned, what was good. So we're going to have her back. So again, make sure you guys stay in touch with her and make sure you follow her on all of her social media platforms. I will have everything about Queen Amina on my website, and then I will link you guys to her. So again, Queen Amina, thank you so much. It has been a pleasure. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to rate this episode and share it with your family and friends. To learn more about your host, visit brooksdenny.com. Until next time, be resilient.
Thank you. Bye, Coach Brooks. I'm excited. We love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Hi, I'm Tiffany of Tiffany Brown Designs. With over 20 years of creative experience across industries, I create and elevate brands one design at a time through intentional graphic and brand design, polished film and video editing, and creative artistry. Even the music you're hearing right now, that was produced by me. I also create custom tracks for websites, intros and outros, and content. So what are you waiting for? Visit TiffanyCBrownGD.com and let's bring your vision to life.